Hello everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. So I guess I would be calling myself Sepanate in this YouTube channel. So today I'm just gonna make my first video about something that is a lot more spontaneous. I don't feel like I want to prepare anything. I don't feel like I want to have a topic for this YouTube video. And I also just don't feel like I really want to take YouTube that seriously anyways. Because in my head, I've been thinking that maybe YouTube should be like my career. Like, who doesn't want YouTube to be their career? I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I think that's like one of my biggest dreams when I was still young. I feel like most of my cousins think that way too. Most of my friends also wanted to be YouTubers. I feel like my whole life I was growing up through YouTube. I mean, hell, I don't even have TikTok or anything else, so it's like, I don't know, I'm being faithful to YouTube, even though the YouTube Shorts is kind of shit sometimes. But yeah, I just really want to start a YouTube channel one way or another. I don't care what the YouTube content is. I've admit that I've been researching a little bit about YouTube, about, how to make a YouTube video, how to create a channel, how to get revenue from your YouTube channel, how to make YouTube your career and stuff like that. Yeah, on one end, like, people advise that if you want to make YouTube as like a career, you shouldn't make videos like this. But I guess it's kind of unfair too, because if you look at Mr. Beast, who is like the top YouTuber right now, or at least I hope so. I mean, I don't know, like, in the future, but if he is still the top YouTuber in YouTube, his first video was about some stupid Minecraft video, and it was like very horrible. And a lot of YouTubers, actually, they don't start off their first video with, their face shown to the camera, speaking with no what do you call it, the freaking script. So it's like very spontaneous. The only reason why I'm able to do this is because I'm not trying to take it seriously, because if I take it seriously, then I'm not able to like produce any videos at all. I'll just overthink until I don't know, until I marry, I guess, that until I would start a YouTube channel. But anyways, my reasoning for starting a YouTube channel, other than just passion, I would say is because I kind of want an escape route for my life. I really feel like making a video and recording myself like this is like a very weird thing to do, because imagine you're like actively choosing to record yourself, setting up the lights and stuff like that, and then you like talk to a camera while it's recording, and then it's, I don't know, a few minutes long, and then you take that video and then you post it in the internet where like millions and billions of people can see. That act itself is a bit weird, at least to me, because why would you ever want to do that? It's a bit different from posting in social media, because at least in social media it's like much more, it's much more like in your circle, I guess, if you choose so. YouTube is such an open space, it's very public. So it feels like I'm putting myself naked to the world, which is a bit scary. But at the same time, I'm also with the expectation that I probably won't even get views for this video, so, it's like, it's whatever, I guess. I want this channel to be an escape route for me from life. I don't think I need to explain life. It's a bit hard. Maybe I'm complaining a bit too much, because, like, obviously, like, big house and stuff like that, so it's like, I'm privileged enough to be here recording this. Like, some people are like studying their way through college, trying to earn a living for their lives, and then here I am, like, making a stupid YouTube video while I have assignments due in a couple more days. So, I'm privileged enough to do that. Either I'm privileged or I'm stupid, so it's between those two. I just feel like I'm just very tired with life. It's not that I don't appreciate life, of course I appreciate it, but like, depression comes for every one of us. Perhaps my depression doesn't seem as obvious. Maybe it's not as severe as you would expect. Like I don't want to title this video as like, I don't know, I'm 22 years old and I'm like depressed as fuck. I'm like so lonely and I don't have any friends. I have social anxiety and stuff like that. I could do that. Maybe it's like a hit video. Maybe like, I don't know, like some people watch it and then like they can relate with it. But for me personally, I feel like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't feel like doing it. I would say that speaking to myself has always been therapy. I've always liked to talk with myself, surprisingly enough. I used to grow up thinking that people talk in their heads all the time. I used to grow up thinking that everyone does it. Because I have a voice in my head that always goes like, the fuck are you doing, Nabil, and stuff like that. Okay, it's not as serious as it is, but it's like, okay, when I was little, right, I used to like play with my pencil box. And I feel like some of the kids who grew up with me in my childhood, if you know who you are, then you know who you are. They would know that when I was like 7 to 12 or something, I used to play with my pencil box kits. So it's like I have this ruler, I have this pen here, I guess, marker. I don't have scissors, and I don't have a stapler, but those. Oh, actually, I do have a stapler. Hold on. So like when I was a kid, right? I used to have like this like wild imagination inside my head where I imagine these things as like heroes or like characters that's like have their own personalities and they're like in a group like a boy band or something, and then they're like the heroes who are trying to stop the world. So most of this came from things like, I don't know, like things I watched, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic and Friends, freaking Shadow the Hedgehog. It's like cool as hell. Or it's more like simple things like, I don't know, like I grew up watching Bobo Boy. I don't know if anyone else watches it, but I used to fucking love the show before it starts to get all wonky when it goes to different galaxies. But yeah, I really like the elemental hero shit. Like I hope that every kid is like that, but maybe I'm the only kid that is weird. I feel like I am a weird kid. Okay, so anyways, I used to imagine a stapler in my pencil box as like this gravity guy. Well, what do I mean by gravity guy? Okay, basically he controls gravity, right? So you might not see it, but I imagine if I could open this. Okay, I used to think that this is the leg part of the stapler. So it's like not the stapler. Like, I give it a name, but I forgot the name. But basically, it's like if it was standing, it was standing like this. And then you might be asking, oh, what the hell is this part then? Oh, this part is the cape. So it's like a robe. He's wearing a robe, and this is like his cool cape in the back. And this is like his head and stuff like that. So basically, like how I imagine it is that you have like these buffoons, like this pen over here. So this pen is gonna be like this villain. So what I do is I used to like physically on the table in classrooms. I used to just like in my free time, all I do is just like I hold these things and then I just play it like they're fighting. Like, oh look, you're not going to do anything here, and oh shut the hell up, and then like I do a drop kick like this, like bam. And then I used to make sound effects too, which is kind of crazy. Like I used to like, and then like like swinging around, and then he's like using his gravity powers and like things like that. So it's stupid. If I had a scissors here, if I had a pair of scissors, I would show them that's like one of my favorite characters. This is like one of the most iconic characters in my kit, like the stapler guy, which I associate him with like the gravity powers. If I had scissors, I used to think that's like Bobo Boy Halilintar actually. So it's like, Bobo Boy Halilintar is like basically like someone who can control thunder. So I used to imagine like his lightning was like red, just like Halilintar used to be. So like I imagine like the scissors. I think you can imagine how I would imagine it. I guess I would think that the snapping part, the leg part, that's like two of his legs, and then the head, which is like two bulging like ears, something like that. So it's kind of like All Might, I guess. I don't know. So I used to like make a lot of wild stories. I used to like imagine like, oh, the stapler guy is actually like a scientifically mutated or engineered being created by people because they wanted to like get control of Earth. And then when he was born, he didn't know what he was gonna do. So he lived life with this like humongous power in his kid, but at the same time he doesn't have any values. And then until he meets the boy band also includes a ruler. I forgot what the powers for the ruler is, but basically there's this like boy band of heroes, and it's like, oh, don't worry about it, come join us, like we're gonna like train you how to use your powers. So the stepper guy would like come in. So I would like consider this is like one of the main characters. Another main character is the scissors. The scissors is basically like lightning powers, like red lightning powers. He's like very cool, very strong, very fast, very quick. He can fly and stuff. He's using like his scissor thing as like swords, I guess. I used to like make them fight and stuff like that. So I made that scissors person as like one of the core in the team of or the band of heroes, I guess. And then that scissors guy suddenly became a villain. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe it's like his philosophy changed or something. And then when he became a villain, he started to fight the group. So like this stepper guy who was recruited by the scissors guy to say, oh, you can be a hero too. And then the stepper guy was like, oh, he taught me how to like be a good person, how to be a kind person, how to like use my powers for good. Now he became the villain, so now I have to stop him. So there's like drama there. So this like this thing is like it's been overspending itself for a few years when I was a kid. I guess it already started when I was like 6 years old, I guess, until I was 12. And I feel like I got bullied for it. I used to go to a religious school, sekolah agama, I guess, during the evening. I used to get bullied for it. Like, holy shit, I used to get bullied for it. Like, people would call me, what the hell am I doing? What the fuck is this? And then there's this one girl, and like one of my classmates actually. She was nice, like her name is Sabrina. I don't know if Sabrina is watching this, but if she is watching this, it's crazy. But she used to look at me and just like, what the fuck am I doing with my stuff, making like sound effects and stuff. I didn't like, like a normal kid would like socialize with other people, like, oh, the teacher is not here, like go talk to them, go talk to your kids, play some games. I don't know, like some people would like play this like paper thingy thing, like they kick the whatever it is. And then like I tried to like socialize with some of them, but I just didn't enjoy it. I'll be honest, bro. I felt like I did not enjoy speaking to people as much as being inside my own head. And I feel like that is true even until now. Even like after, I don't know, like 18 years later, I'm still the same person. Wait, not 18 years. If it started at 6, then it should be around 16, I guess. Yeah, 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. I don't know, like Sabrina was nice because although she was like weirded out by what I was doing, she came to me and she said, oh no, she came to me while people were bullying me. So people was like, oh no, what apa tu? And I was like, in my head, I didn't really care, right? Okay, sure, this person is bullying me, but like I like doing this thing, right? So it's like I was making an episode in my head. Like during that time, I was making a full blown episode. There was like drama and everything. At least it was inside my head. Like I was trying to recreate it, and like they were disturbing me. So I was like, I really have no time for this shit, right? Because in my head, I feel like they're just like very weird people who's just trying to like poke fun at me. I never really like. I know some people who get bullied, they actually feel sad for it. But for me, it's a bit weird because when people bully me, I genuinely just feel like annoyed because I'm doing something here. Can you like not disturb me and stuff like that? But then Sabrina came in and she's like, oi, janganlah kacau dia, biarlah dia nak buat benda-benda ni. Or it's like, don't disturb me, I'm doing this thing. Like, leave the kid alone. I guess that's like what she was trying to say. And like eventually the other kids like move away and stuff like that. And then she like tried to have a conversation with me. Like I usually don't want to have conversations with people. Let alone a girl. I would never like talk to a girl openly like that. But she came to me and she's like, oh Nabil, like this isn't me just like translating, of course. She was speaking in Malay during that time, but she just asked me like, oh Nabil, like what is this? Is this like you're like trying to like recreate something? Is it like imagination? And then like I got excited and I just like told her, yeah, this is just my imagination. This is like what I'm thinking inside my head. Like this is like the gravity guy, and this is like the lightning guy, and then you have like the sword guy. Okay, I remember it now. The freaking ruler is the sword guy. Because it looks like a sword, has long range, very very powerful. And I explained like some of the character stories and stuff like that, and I don't think she understood what I was talking about, but I felt like her gesture, just trying to like understand where I was coming from, was actually very interesting. Yeah. So again, basically, like, what I am is just very weird stuff, and I grew up still being very weird because obviously I stopped doing this whole thing because now I don't need this thing anymore because I have my head. I still imagine these things. It's just that I imagine them in my head. Usually, when I watch an anime or I watch like a movie which I find very interesting, I usually recreate it inside my head. But like putting it with my own characters. So like, if I watch the Batman, for example, I would imagine another character, which is kind of similar like Batman, does the same thing as the things that he did in the movies, but I put a twist on it. So one thing about me is like I like to copy stuff, right? I even now, like, I still copy a lot of things. I copy AI to do my work. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay. But like I copy a lot of stuff because in my head I feel like I just like doing the things that people have done. Like when I see a good idea, I just like taking the idea and just making it my own. And most of the time I won't like try to publicize it. I don't try to like make a profit out of it. I mean, technically I am, because I'm like cheating a lot in my university, so of course it's like, I don't know. At this point I don't even care about my university degree, man. Oh yeah, I guess I could like try and tell you a little bit about my backstory. Right now, I'm in my final year in mechanical engineering at University Malaya. And I'll be honest with you, back when I was high school, not high school, I guess it's like middle school, sekolah menengah. During SPM, I was probably like at my peak. I think I joined a lot of stuff. It was really cool. I have a lot of friends during that time. Like I was very recognized by everyone, even like by the teachers and also the seniors. So I was in a very good a good place in my time during that time. And like stuff happens. Like when you join the university, you don't know like what you actually want to do. Like most of us, when we do SPM, we don't really care about like what we're gonna do afterwards. We just cared about like scoring as much as possible, get straight A's, straight A plus, and then that's it. I know some people already have the aspirations to become a certain thing. Like I want to become a doctor. I want to become a lawyer. I want to become like, I don't know, like a lawmaker who works at Bank Negara. I don't know, like what the hell you want to do. You want to be like a freaking mathematician. I know some people who wanted to do that. Who wanted to work at NASA too. Like holy shit, bro, freaking NASA. So it's like a lot of people have a lot of aspirations. Not me. I didn't know what I want to do. I always thought inside my head that, oh, maybe I should just become a pilot just like my dad. Because like I did not know how it works. I did not know like how do you actually become a pilot. Like do you like give your degree? Do you need a degree for it, or do you need to like go to university for it? It turns out that you need to go to flying school and stuff, or you go under the cadetship under MAG or Asia. That's also an option. I tried it like 7 times and I failed. So I guess it's like a sign by the universe that I shouldn't become a pilot, I guess. I don't think I don't think I'm even like a good I don't think I could even be a good pilot anyways. I often like lose focus. Imagine I'm like not driving, fucking flying an airplane, holding the whatever this thing called is. I don't know if it's like this or like this or whatever it is. Like I'm pushing it, and then suddenly I'm sneezing. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sneezing. Oh sure. And then I fucking pull the thing, and then everyone fucking dies because it was during takeoff or landing. I don't think I'm suitable to become a pilot, bro. I'm not the type that is very disciplined. As you can obviously see, I guess. I also don't think that I could handle such routine tasks in a very orderly manner. I'm not a very structured person, also. So, I didn't know what I want to do. Right after SPM, all I thought about was like, oh, I don't know, like, we'll just see how it goes. Like, probably I get a scholarship, and then I'll see if the scholarship is something that I want to do. I asked all my friends, and all my friends said, like, maybe you should take this, maybe you should take that because you have the capabilities here. Some recommended me to like continue take physics or mathematics, for example. Like my teacher used to say that, like, go ahead and grab anything related to physics or something because you're like very good at math. I wasn't good at math. I only I only were I feel like I was only good at math because I was a very intuitive person. Like I could just like predict like what the answer might be. So it's like when I look at formula and I'm like, oh, I don't actually know what this formula is for, but like I could like intuitively know like, oh, this is supposed to be the mass part. Oh, this is supposed to be the acceleration part. This is supposed to be the height part. Okay, just plug in the numbers and then you get the answer. I always thought of it like that. Like I never understood exactly why or how the formula was came to be. I hate deriving formulas. I like it when it's like, oh, just show me the final formula. I don't want to like know how you got it. I wasn't interested in that. It means that I never really understood sciences. I never really understood mathematics. I know some people like when they learn about differentiation and integration or like trying to understand like variables, x, function of x, what does that mean? I know for a fact that 90% of everyone who was learning mathematics don't actually understand the reason why you need to function in x in the first place. I bet you guys don't even know what function is. I bet you guys just followed, oh, differentiation means that we are removing the powers from x. Oh, integration means that we are increasing the power of x. Okay, but do you know what that actually means? Or what is it? Area under a graph? Okay, what does that mean? Why is it integration? Why do we call it integration? I bet that all of you folks, you don't actually understand a little tiny bit about what is true mathematics. And I feel like it's fine because I also don't know. Maybe you know, I don't know. But I feel like I was never really good at math. I was just very intuitive in when it comes to like answering the questions. Right now, me and my engineering degree with a lot of mathematics, I don't have a clue what the fuck is going on. Like most of the formulas I have to derive by myself. A freaking question asked me, okay, derive the freaking fluid mechanics formula for this specific thing. What was it? Fourier's law, I think. There was this freaking CFD assignment asked me to freaking derive Navier-Stokes theorem, which is like very hard. Obviously, I just like copied the book, but still, it was very difficult. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So it's like, like I'm not really good at those things, and I don't think I'm even good at engineering too. Like I don't even want to know what's going on when you put the wires into another wire. I'm like, I don't know. And then you might be asking, oh, if you're like not good at engineering, how are you like in your fourth year already and still surviving? I also don't know. All right, I genuinely don't know how. I thought that I was gonna fail. I even tried to fail. I mean, I didn't try to fail as in I didn't answer the paper. Like I still answered the paper as best as I can, but I tried to fail as in I did not study at all because I wanted to have like, oh, I'm still doing my best, but at the same time, I did not score because of my own procrastination or stuff like that. So it's like, it's just my sentiments, I guess. I guess it's just personally, I just wanted to fail that way, and somehow I didn't fail. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I feel like it's because they dropped the grade, I think, for me. Maybe they look at my answers and it's like, man, this guy is so pathetic. I guess, like, let's give him a chance, I guess. And then like increase my mark a bit. I don't know. But all I know is that I don't have a passion for engineering. You could work as an engineer, but that's like managerial stuff. If I were to like lead a certain team instead of actually doing the engineering stuff, I think that would be interesting. But even then you might be asking like, okay, why did I even take engineering in the first place? Maybe I should have taken like business or like human relations, whatever it might be, like something that is like much more focused on that. Engineering is a lot more on the technical parts, which I am really not I'm not a technical person, bro. So yeah, I feel like right now in my final year, the thing that I am realizing is that I don't have to do the things that I think I wanted to do. I think even my parents are much more lenient now compared to before, because like, I'm growing up, whether they like it or not. Even though I'm like very dependent, I'm like, I don't know how to even like cook for myself. I don't even know how to like do standard things like renewing your IC or anything. Obviously, okay, I'm like the stereotypical kid who like lives in the parents' room, parents' house, not knowing anything about life. And I feel like stereotypically in Malaysia, it's like considered like a fuck up. You like, ni bukan manusia. This is not a human being. Very weird. I don't know why you call a person who doesn't know how to do those technical things as humans. I don't believe that people back then during hunting seasons, like humans where we lived in caves, I don't think they had to like renew their IC. So I don't know what you mean by actually like being a human. If you want to be a human, then you should be someone who doesn't know how to do anything, because that's what a true human is. A human is basically an animal who just lives to survive, just like any other person. You learning about how to renew your IC, or how to do this, how to like learn how to communicate properly with people, how to be much more appropriate, how to wear clothes properly, that has more to do with you being more of a robotic person actually, because those are things that are much more oriented on the left side of the brain. And in my opinion, that's not a human side of you. That's more of the like robotic side of you, because a robot can do that. If you want to ask like what makes you truly human, it's actually your feelings. It's actually your spontaneity, your ability to express yourself. That's what a human is. So I feel like if you want to like, I don't know, like say that I'm dumb, say that I'm a fuck up, don't use the phrase, oh, kau ni like tak pandai jadi manusia. I think like what you should have said to me is like, oh, you don't know how to be a robot. What the fuck? Okay, I feel like that's enough. I don't know why I did a 30 minutes video as my first YouTube channel video, but hey, I got a little bit glimpse of myself. Oh yeah, by the way, before I finish, obviously I'm trying to make this video as a starting point, make it more spontaneous. Maybe after this I could do more videos that I planned. I've been planning to do like a socionics coverage, just like covering a lot of the socionic types, teach people about socionics, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand what the hell is like INTJ, ENTJ, ESFP and kind of stuff. They have these like very weird definitions and understandings from MBTI. We're very reliant on tests. I want to change that. Perhaps it's wrong, like I don't know, like Jack Oliver is gonna come at me and say that your system is wrong. What the fuck are you doing? I don't care, bro. Like at this point I'm just like trying to like share stuff that I understand to people. I also am planning to do some vlogs. If I am up for it, I could like record from my phone and then like show you around like what I do at University Malaya, which is very sad. I wake up, I go to university, I stay at university and learn, and then I go back home. I don't do anything, bro. I literally don't do anything at all. Yeah. I really feel like this YouTube channel would mean something for me in the future. If I were to watch this in the next future, in 10 years maybe, and maybe by 10 years I already have like 1 million subscribers, I don't know. But if that really did happen, then damn, Nabil, you are really something special. Anyways, thank you for watching. I don't know how to do an outro. Alright. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.